But who doesn't love love? Like so many other people, I love love. There's something about having the ability to do so that offers a feeling of togetherness and fulfillment, especially when you don't have to reason it. It's amazing. It makes life feel worthwhile. For the whole of our existence, we've pursued connections with the aim of giving and receiving affection. In any case, some of us struggle with our ability of choosing compatible love accomplices. You find that the very things that make you love someone are the exact things that make you repel from one another. And you go from having a loving relationship to simply coexisting and tolerating each other until a good enough reason comes along to force you to let go. All matters considered, we sometimes pick relationally repressive people who both did not have the foggiest concept of how to make enthusiastic associations, or those who essentially just don't need us. Thus, our fantasies of this great love connection in no way grows to be our reality. What I've personally encountered as a substitute have been profoundly upsetting and undesirable relationship elements. Simply put, we choose to shoehorn ourselves into relationships with individuals that we know won't love us the way that we plan to love them. And then we find ourselves in these partnerships, but we feel as if we're standing alone. So we all are familiar with the cliche, it's not you, it's me. It really isn't them, it is me. Yes, that's the cliche thing to say when relationships go bust, but most of the time it's probably true. The pain that we feel at the fizzle doesn't really come from the other person. It comes from us not loving them. It comes on slowly as our love dwindles down over the days, months, maybe years. In the beginning, there was excitement and wonderment. We enjoy creating the future of the relationship in our heads, imagining all the good times growing together. We are happy in their presence because we anticipate the joy and passion and intimacy. But when these things come to fruition, we feel let down, disappointment, and crushed despite deep seated hopes of change, thinking that our ideas of love will eventually win them over, but it doesn't happen. Instead of reciprocated love, you get lied to, cheated on, dismissed, undervalued, rejected, and ignored. And without even realizing it, these actions start to chip away the love, trust, and hope, and you begin to stop caring. We live our lives and get by just fine on the outside, but there is a void within us, a quiet and hopeless state of surrender threaded through the days, months, and years, until our insight about where our feelings were coming from. We have always believed that the pain was caused by uncaring and neglectful partners. We don't realize that we don't give ourselves ample opportunity to care and love for someone the way that we want it to, just because we stayed with people who clearly weren't interested in creating healthy and intimate relationships. We stay with partners who we've lost all respect for, and we certainly don't love anymore and also no longer care for. I used to think that I still cared, but I know now that I mistook guilt for care. you get so preoccupied with them not loving you that you don't even realize that you no longer love them either. And yet we stay. We stay while being trapped in codependent conditioning. And if it hadn't been for powerful insight, we probably would have continued that soul destroying relationship pattern. Freeing yourself from that pattern has allowed you to figure out what it is that you want and then make appropriate choices that enable you to get it. But a lot of people fail to realize is that we need to choose people to have in our lives who make it easy for us to love them. And we have to be easy to love. Now, that doesn't mean you are going to agree on everything. You are still going to have disagreements and maybe even arguments. But what you're not going to do is create an environment that is unsafe for yourself or your partner. It means that you value and respect the bond and relationship that you have with your partner. It means that together you will keep a safe space so that you can continue to love and care for one another freely.